Yes, good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everybody doing? Man, we are live. We are, and it's a Sunday evening. Uh, we just chopping it up here at the desk, man. I said, let me utilize this time. Normally, I a full-time father, man. I do not have my kids right now, so I said, let me seize the moment and take this opportunity and get in a good stream right now. Get in a good um, stream, run off some topics real quick. But let me just make sure you hear me because I want to make sure that the audio and everything is good. Run off some topics real quick. Oh yeah, the audio sounds crystal clear. Crystal clear. Now a lot of times, for various reasons, they always want to act like, excuse me, the audio be a little off and stuff, but I see that the audio is good. So now that I know I got good audio, right, I'm not gonna hesitate to share this real quick, and then I'm going to town, yeah. I'm going to town. I got some good topics I want to run off. Uh, y'all, to be honest with y'all, really, I really was resting up, man. I was in the gym earlier, y'all. I gave y'all the boxing. Whether y'all received it or not, it's on y'all. But I got a couple of boxing topics. In all likelihood, will touch on at some point in the stream. But this is not, in particular, a boxing stream. This is just going to be a stream of things that I feel are trending or stuff that I want to trend, right? And we're gonna get to that motion, man. Staying out the way, man. And I'm definitely gonna highlight some of the work that I put in this weekend. That's what we do. That's what we do. All right. But without further ado, man, shout out your section upon coming in here, man. Let it be known that you're in the building. Say hello, good evening, things like that. Like I said, now if I was in my car streaming, this would be through the roof. We already know how the algorithm works now, right? Now that I'm at the desk, um, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do everything in their powers to hide this because they do not want it to seem like people watch what I talk about or watch what I do. But we have proven that to be wrong, right? Now, low key, I wish that they would send the trolls through now, right? Now, like I said, when I'm in my equipment, I'm at work, or I'm just, doing me, man. These guys, they will send them through in a heartbeat, but I guarantee you right now, they're not going to send them through because I'm at the desk. I am at the desk. I am streaming. I'm doing it like these guys. It's cool when they do it, right? It's cool when they do it, right? So we're not gonna go in no particular order. What we're gonna do is we're gonna give y'all the business, right? We're gonna give y'all the business, right? That's what we call it, the business, right? Just let me know that y'all can see. Somebody please post a comment real quick, man. Please let me know if y'all can see this screen that I'm about to share. The comments are free, man. Just let me know if y'all see this screen that I'm about to share real quick, man. Let me know. Do y'all see the screen? Do y'all see the screen? Somebody please put it in the comment section. That's free. I know the audio, y'all can hear it. But I just need to know that y'all can see the screen. So we're going to start right here. Right off the rip. This right here was a very powerful message. Shout out to John Hope Bryan. I bought his book. It was very inspirational. Very, very inspirational book. I read it. Took a lot from it. I got LLCs and things of that nature. Course of the book, right? But let's listen to what he had to say real quick.
Car dealership and get a Mercedes, would it be not a Mercedes, it'd be Mercedes payments.
40%
18,
interest.
18, 27, 40% interest. They wait for you to, that's a bomb. They can't wait for you to miss your 17th payment so they can take the car back and resell it. Can't wait for you for the car to break down because it's a used car, because a car dealership makes money three ways. Car sales, the least profitable, finance department,
maintenance.
and let's see, you a proper accountant. Maintenance. They can't wait for that to break down. We sitting there flossing, oh, I'm driving a Mercedes. No, you driving a Mercedes. You're driving a bomb. 620, you can't get a decent car loan. 620, you phone loan. Not a prime one. You need 700 for that. Don't even talk about a small business loan. That's risky credit. So we want to go to the bank and say, oh, the bank's racist. The bank may be racist. But let me tell you something. I'm not lending you money at 580 credit score. Me, and I love my people because you're a credit risk. And I was the largest minority owner of single-family rental homes in America. I own 700 homes. It was Promise Home. I sold the company for $121 million 3 years ago. But I own 700 homes from Atlanta all the way up to North Florida. I know my people. I have 4 million clients at Operation Hope. I know my people and how we behave. Given the right tools, we kill it. We've been doing so much with so little, so long, we can almost do anything.
Man, you heard what he just said. Let me stop right there. Given the right tools, we can kill it. And a lot of times they're not going to give us those tools because they don't want us to kill it. Especially if they know you are a learner, a earner, and you are smart. Now, they give it to you if you are a fool, if you are somebody who not only is a fool or an agent. Not only are you an agent, you are willing to not educate your people, but you are willing to dumb your people down. They definitely give it to you. They definitely give it to you, right? But they're not going to give it to somebody who is going to be like what John Hope Bryan is doing right here, trying to enlighten you and teach you the game. They'd rather give it to somebody that's going to make you foolish and dumb. Hopefully you are catching this sauce. I don't want to stay on this too long because they will definitely dumb this live stream down. But a lot of times, educate yourself on capitalism, like he said. Why buy the car when the car devalues? Buy something that actually is going to gain value. Hopefully, y'all caught that sauce. Right. Oh man, this right here had me laughing. I'm gonna play this one. Hold on. I'm gonna play this one. Before I play that one, Shout out to Bodman Kitchen. Look at that tomahawk steak. Now my cousin Trini comments said, "Man, that looks good. That's good. It is. That's a big steak right there. What is a tomahawk steak? Butcher's cut tomahawk steak." But shout out to Bodman Kitchen. All right, that steak does look good. If you are a red meat connoisseur, this is the cut for you right here. That's a big steak. Tomahawk. If that steak was to bust you upside your head, that steak is a weapon. Look how big that steak is, man. That's a big piece of beef, and it does look good. But shout out to Bodman Kitchen, right? Now let's go over here to Drewski. Drewski's hilarious. This right here made me laugh. Oh man. If you know, you know. Listen to this right here.
Give a fuck where you know, nigga. I give a fuck, nigga. Ew. Give a fuck where you know that, nigga. You know me, nigga.
Yeah. Shout out to all the real niggas. You a real nigga? Are you a real nigga? That's a real niggas mentality right there, right? Shout out to all the real niggas, right? All real niggas, when they get in their feelings or it goes down, they don't give a fuck where you know that nigga. Give a fuck where you know that nigga, right? A real nigga, right? I had to laugh at this shit because this week, right? Earlier in the week, this old dirtbag tried to make me and another guy go at each other and sit back. And that was both of our mentalities. I don't give a fuck where you know that nigga, right? So I definitely got to laugh at this because this, like I said, this guy tried to play me on another guy and all the while sit back. He tried to sit back in the shadows like a coward. That's what cowards do. A coward will always try to manipulate something, push lies and other kind of shit and pin two niggas against each other. You know, read The Art of War, man. He attempted to do an Art of War 48 Law of Power thing. That shit didn't work though, man. But I laughed at this. Drewski's a funny dude, man. This is how real niggas give it up though, man. That's how they feel, man. They don't give a fuck about where you from, nigga. Where you know that, nigga. They known too.
Give a fuck where you know, nigga. I give a fuck, nigga. Ew. Give a fuck where you know that, nigga. You know me, nigga.
Man, how is the content looking now, man? We just switched it up a little bit, man. We just switched it up, man. Now this right here, look. Where's all the trolls at, man? This is who they try to say I look like. Now look at this guy, man. Respectfully, I wouldn't mind having his fellowship, and all that. But this is Beetlejuice, right? Now, shout out to the brother. I think the brother got over what 2 million followers on Instagram. The Howard Stern and all that, but we do not look alike. I don't even. There's no comparison, man, at all.
So, Beat, are you excited to talk to Howard and see Robin, Fred, Benji?
Fuck Howard and fuck all of them.
This is what they said I look like. These guys, please send the trolls through now, man. Where y'all at, man? This man right here looks nothing like me. There's no real. I had a picture. There's a picture when I might have worked 2 straight days, and I didn't work. I mean, I didn't have no sleep. My eyes was baggy like this. That's about the closest. But if you look at this man, I have a chipped tooth. My front tooth is chipped. This man's missing all his jibs in the front of his mouth. Like I said, he's a dwarf. But I get it though. When people want to insult you, and I think they think by telling me I look like him, they're insulting me. If you're gonna say I look like somebody, please let us have features. That's why you know how I killed that narrative. I show my kids. I be like, damn, these are my kids though. If Beetlejuice's kids, if he has any, look like mine, then compare me to him, man. But until then, you know, kick rocks. But this was a funny one too, man. I'm gonna let it play again. This was a funny one. Listen to what he said about. That's basically his team, Robin and Howard That's how he felt.
What about Robin? She's hot, right?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who cares about that bitch?
So, Beat, are you excited to talk to Howard and see Robin, Fred, Benji?
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck all of them.
What about Robin? She's hot, right?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who cares about that bitch?
Yo, Beetle is crazy, man. But shout out to Beetle, man. He loves boxing, so I like Beetle too, man. Oh man, now that's if you know, you know, man. If you're gonna compare me to somebody, compare me to this guy right here. Y'all know who this guy is right here? Compare me to him. Compare me to this guy right here, man. If you're gonna compare me to somebody, compare me to him. Right? That's who you compare me to. Compare me to this guy. How is the content looking now, y'all? Man, Tight Rider. Tight Rider. Tight Rider. Compare me to him, man. And if that look like Beetlejuice, then we gotta bring it back, yeah. That's me. That's that look like Beetlejuice. That's that look like Beetlejuice, man. Beetlejuice is a dwarf, man. Y'all said I look like Beetlejuice. Alright. Who's talking boxing? Who's talking boxing? I said I look like Beetlejuice, man. That's why, you know, that segue really played out perfectly. So we just looked at Beetlejuice. So let's look at him again. That's crazy. But that was me, man. And this is Beetlejuice. I don't think we look alike at all. Look at Beetle, man. Shout out to Beetle. That's Beetle. Now that's me. But like I said, shout out to Beetle. Beetle does like boxing. I get it, man. I get it, man. I got too much weight on me to be Beetlejuice. But hey, you know, you do have options, man. Now, shout out to the boss lady. She drops a lot of gems. And I do my part as a media marketing agent. I share a lot of her stuff. This is her basically summarizing up employing yourself and having a job. Give you a couple of her gems real quick.
Hi, my name is Chantel. I work a W-2 job and I make $6 a year. Every paycheck, my taxes are already taken out. And I'm Chantel the boss. I also make $6,000 a year, but I'm a 1099 worker. That means no one's taking taxes out of my check, and I have to plan for myself. With me, taxes are simple. My employer takes out my federal, state, Social Security, Medicare every 2 weeks. In a year, I already paid $11,400 in taxes, just spread out over the year in small increments. For me, it's different. I start with $60,000, but I get to write off my business expenses. Let's say I deduct $20,000 for things like car, gas, mileage, laptop, internet, and even my biz lunches. That leaves me $40,000 that is taxable. My taxes to $9,300. But here's the catch. I don't pay that every 2 weeks. I either make quarterly payments or I might owe a big lump sum at the end of the year. So I get less flexibility, but I never have to think about saving taxes. My employer does it all for me automatically. I get more write-offs in control, but I have to be disciplined to save for my taxes. Otherwise, I'll owe thousands all at once.
Did y'all catch that? Goes back to the original John Hope Bryant, capitalism. Now, I'm not going to stay on this too long, because like I said, you stay on certain things too long, not only will they not give you no algorithm love, they even come after your channel. But pay attention to the gems that she just dropped right there. Some gems, man. And capitalism, you know. Knowing how to make the system work for you or your money work for you. Especially for those of y'all that call yourself bosses and entrepreneurs and small business owners. Little gems right there, man. But hey, what do I know? What do I know, right? What do I now? This right here I want to touch on, man. This right here. Remember, we had the incident. We had the incident in Brooklyn at the lounge, the massacre. Many people got murdered. A lot of people got shot. Look at this. This is the actual surveillance. You know, the police had this. The police had this the whole time. One of the guys was just extradited. He was caught in, I believe, North Carolina. He had his day in court. They broke down and cried. This is one of the gunmen in here that survived that shooting, right? This is it right here. But look, they had this. This is the evidence. So, you know, the police had this the day probably after. Now, being that this is in court, it's out. You see how a lot of the eye of the sky stuff is coming out. The police always had this. They knew who was who. But pay attention to this real quick, man. They knew who was who. This is on News 12. So.
Shows gang members exchanging gang signs before leading to an argument that then takes a turn for the worst. Arrows apparently pointing out those with guns.
Oh, look how chaotic that was. Remember, this happened right there in Brooklyn, man. Crown Heights section. See, I didn't want to say the wrong section. You know, Brooklyn, they get mad at you. Now, if I'd have said, yo, this happened in the East New York section, niggas like, yeah, nigga, that was Crown Heights. If I'm like, yo, this happened in the Flat, but no, nigga, that was Crown Heights. This was in the Crown Heights section at that lounge. 3 people were murdered. Many people were shot. But look at the chaotic scene. And they got this all on surveillance. The arrows were highlighting the different people who had guns and were active shooters. You see the one guy, he probably was one that was unalive, laid down right there. Laid down, man. Terrible, terrible. But that just goes to show you, man, a lot of things that are done. A lot of things that are done, right? People actually, the crimes are caught. Police know. So just be mindful of that. If you think you're doing something or you think you got away with it, just know, look, this guy's in court. He damn near fainted in court. Because this is the evidence they have now. This may not be strong enough to convict him, but it is strong enough to have him charged, extradited from North Carolina. Now, his legal team has got to try to find some type of loopholes, right? But this is the evidence. This is key evidence right here. Because they are saying that he was one of the highlighted arrows of the many gunmen that opened fire in this, shooting at the lounge that left 3 unalive. Now, what I'm pretty sure he's gonna end up doing some sort of time, but what I'm pretty sure that what his lawyers probably may attempt to argue is that his actual gun did not unalive nobody. If they could prove something like that with the bullets and things like that, he may have a small technicality or a window to get around some of that. But from the rest other shit, as far as having a gun, shooting in there, that's gonna be hard. Because as you can see from this footage. But like we say over here, hey, what do I know? How is the content looking now? Source streaming, right? It's cool when they do it, right? It's cool when they do it. Problem when I do, man. A problem what I do. But yes, we are moving along, man. We are moving along. This is what everybody does, right? They stream. Look at that. These are all the arrows. Let me stop it again. Look, 1, 2, 3. 3 hours highlighted right there. All 3 of these guys have guns. All 3 of those guys have guns, right? It's crazy, right? What they can do with technology. Look, there's a 4th gunman. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 gunmen, right? 5. There's a 5th. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now look, it sounded like I'm at the in the court system. That's what the courts is going to do. These highlighted arrows are the 5 gunmen. They are going to open fire in this lounge, leaving 3 unalive. There you see, right there. Bang, bang, bang. He got hit early. Did you see that? He took 2 early. Did y'all see that? He took 2 early, right? You're going to see him fall out. Look, still getting hit. Look, he got hit a couple more times. He laid out. He had to definitely be one of the unalive right here. He's definitely one of the unalive. He took, we in the footage right here, you see him take at least 3 rounds. Clear as day. Look, they're still in there firing. That's why I was over 40 shell cases. Remember? I reported on this. A lot of people did. This was a tragedy in the Crown Heights section of Brooklyn. But look at all those flashes. It's all gunfire. And that small little lounge, in that little area right there. OK Corral. That was like a shooting range. You ever been to a shooting range? That was like, but this was a lounge though, man. Just, let that soak in. Right? Now, this right here, I'm going to get to Bud Crawford in a second, right? Bud Crawford is out there in Japan. I commented on his picture, the Black Samurai. He took some photos. I'll definitely go over to his page and look at that in a second. But I like this interview. He did an interview with Cam Newton. Right? He's making his rounds, man. He's on all the big platforms, as he should be, making his rounds. But this is a segment from his interview with Cam Newton. How's the content looking? Man, y'all been in here. Nobody's commenting. Stop being weird, man. There's people in here just watching, probably taking notes, man. Chat, what's up, man? I get it. You don't want nobody to know that you're over here. That's creepy. That's creepy, man. That's creepy. Like I said, please put a comment in the comment section. Chat, what up, man?
The one thing that we can relate to, bro, man, we have a lot of kids, right? Do you feel the pressure, or have you felt the pressure to say, hey, I want my kids to box? Would you allow your kids to box?
Nah.
Really?
They no. Football and boxing, them the 2 sports that I will not allow. Like,
explain.
I already told them. Too much head trauma, Like, really, in football, man, y'all get messed up worse than us. CTE is a big.
Hey, no, that's real spiel though, because this is our out. And
yeah,
I had a conversation with my lady not too long ago, and we were at my son's football game, right? And you start seeing parents get so vested into something that the kids really are not into yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they feel the pressure that this is, I got a Bud Crawford right here. I got a Cam Newton right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's not healthy. But the discipline of sport is what is healthy and should be taught and should be learned. But when you look at the African American in this country, right? If in my hood where I came from, I didn't see doctors and lawyers and politicians and these type of individuals. And with you and yours, it's like, what's the strategy with trying to become the best father, especially when you have to share yourself to the world while trying to be the best person that you could possibly be to your children?
Well, the reason why our community and our people is pushing those type of sports is because it was pushed on them, and they feel like they can't, make it anywhere else at times because of politics. When we up against, we always point the finger. Oh man, look at all these police officers. Look at all these police. But we don't tell our kids to grow up and be police officers. Oh man, the judge gave my man's 50 years. But we don't tell our kids, you should grow up and be a judge.
Man, excellent question. And Bud answered the question and added his own twist to it, though. He is spot on, though, right? A lot of times, and this goes back to the original John O'Brien, we are taught athletics is the way to become rich and wealthy. Rap. Be a rapper. Be a basketball player, be a football player, athletics, right? But we're never taught to be like, and this is also cool because remember yesterday we was in the gym and I was like, yo, Cassius is about to be a cop, NYPD. See, that's what we need to do. We need to change the narrative. If the police are bad, why don't we become police and don't lose our identity? So a lot of times we become certain things, but we lose our identity. Become a judge, become a lawyer, become a doctor. We don't always have to be athletes and entertainers. So I like what Bud said. Push ours to be these judges, lawyers, doctors. But just don't lose the identity. Because I think a lot of times, and this goes back to what I was started the live stream off, when you hit a certain goal or your certain status in life, a lot of times it comes with things and they make you separate from your people. It's okay to be successful, but at least come back for your people. I'm not saying give your people the resources, the money, but give them the opportunity, mentorships. Each one teach one. Because even if you can't save 20, if you can mentor one and plant that seed in one, and then he can plant the seed and so forth and so forth. But hey, what do I know? I can't stay on this too long because like I said, this will get the live jammed up. And they're probably already not feeling it because I'm over here dropping gems. Yes, dropping gems. Now, this right here was hilarious. This big dude kind of reminds me of one of these guys, these COINTELPRO niggas. Look at him. He has the Diddy Bop and everything. He's going to get two-piece by this guy. And we'll watch it. He's going to get two-piece. Right? But he was rough and tough, man. He was a rough and tough fellow. Look at him. Now he's going up against a guy, and I'm going to play Bud Crawford shit in a second. This guy had on the sensei looking like Kung Fu Master Jones. Benji! He looks like Benji. But he's going to let off a nice two-piece, man, and sit this big, muscle-bound nigga down. Look at that. Sat him down. Now, they would eventually go on to break this up. But look, after that guy right here, this guy knew he was overmatched. He really didn't want to engage no more. It was over right there. He realized he was in for more than what he chose. And now he wants to talk. He's still pacing around, but he wanted to talk after that. And he probably chose the right out. Because, bro, you didn't really want to smoke with this guy. You didn't want to smoke with him, man. You was huffing and puffing and blowing your house down, man. You didn't want to smoke, man. Let's go over here to Bud Crawford, though. So let's go over here to Terrence Bud Crawford, right? This is for you boxing guys. Bud Crawford, I told you he's out there in Japan, right? Here he is in Japan. Now, these pictures right here are fire. The Black Samurai. Look, there goes my comment. See my comment? I said, Jones Gang. From the tribe of Himothy, the Black Samurai. These are some fire pictures, though. Look at Bud, man. Look at Bud. The Last Samurai. You ever watch that movie with Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai? Now, there's my daughter's ain't here. If my daughter was here, I could call Nasaya in and she could tell me. There is a cartoon, right, where they had Bushido. Hopefully I said that right. The Black Samurai. He was a slave, right? That's what Bud Crawford kind of reminds me of right here. Look, there he is in the samurai gear. He's a samurai, man. Look at him. This has got to be kind of dope. Now, right here, he looks like Kenji. You ever seen Martin? He looks like Kenji. Remember Kung Fu Master Jones? Bud Crawford is a Jones. There he goes. Look. There goes Kenji. Yeah, the Jones, man. Now, Bud Crawford is a Jones, y'all. That's Dragonfly Jones right there, man. But shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford on his world tour. His world tour. He's on another world tour right now, right? Now, look, I've been on for 35 minutes. A couple of y'all been in here the whole time. Not one comment. There we go. Shout out to WCS, the first to comment. You know, I don't understand why these guys are afraid to comment, man. It's content. You guys are content creators. You guys aren't on this wave right here, right? Let me show y'all something, right? You guys sit around and engage in content all the time. Y'all not on this wave right here, man. Look, y'all don't, and you talk boxing. See this wave right here, what I'm doing with my nephew? Y'all don't do this. Y'all don't do this. Look. That's why I don't waste my time talking boxing anymore. Look, I actually do it. I actually do it. Right? And a lot of the boxing guys, to me, are weirdos. They're corny. They were upset when I would come on and I talk like this. Look, this is me doing it with my nephew. Right? This is me doing it with my nephew. Right? Guys sit online and talk about players in the game, right? Now, what I did today was I called out a name, right? Because earlier in the week, like I said, I got into a back and forth with a couple of guys that I really didn't have a situation with. But the guy that I did call out today, I do have a situation with. This old light-skinned lush. He's a lush, right? He talked about me being unsuccessful because he's an internet cornball. He's the real unsuccessful one. Because you judge your success off of YouTube views. I judge my success off of this right here, my vision, right? Now, this is my nephew, who, as you can see, is doing his thing in boxing. Now, I am the media marketing agent. My work has been on HBO. My work has been on Showtime. My work has also been on ESPN. These three that I named are no longer in boxing, yet I still rise. But this lush who will let Tank Davis smut his wife out had the audacity to say that I am unsuccessful. But I still have yet to see him actually leave his living room. He's a room raider. But a lot of times the boxing community is filled with room raiders. Know your lane, room raider. And you measure success off of views. I measure success over things that I have actually accomplished, do, and continue to do. So just be the light-skinned lush that you are. And like I said, if you feel any type of way about what I am saying about you and you see me in traffic, please let me know. Because I believe these shots right here, I am very equipped with defending myself and handling myself. And like I told my guy CW, half of these guys that talk boxing, if we was to lace them up, I told my guy, I said, shout out to Bozy Ennis. Bozy said, I will put you down. I will put most of these guys down within a minute. Right there. Sit them down. Especially if you are a alcoholic, a known alcoholic. Those shots right there will make your liver bleed. But how is the content looking now? How's the content looking now, man? You know, you do have options, man. How is the content looking, man? Not bad for a guy that doesn't do no views, right? Well, shout out to Bud Crawford, the Black Samurai, man. This was from yesterday, but this right here was from today, man. Shout out to my nephew, looking good, man. And he was streaming. I let him run the stream. That's what I do now, man. Lush. Yeah, he's a lush, WCS. And he's a comfortable lush because, like I said, the boxing community consists of so many of those types. That's why, you know, another known lush tried to start an incident with me and a couple other guys, right? Because he was too coward and a jealous fan and somebody that has been plotting and scheming forever and a day. Well, it's like, yo, dog, do your thing, man. You do your thing, I do my thing. But unfortunately, like I said, a lot of these guys that sit around and talk boxing all the time, they're not doing nothing. And then they feel some type of way about you for not only talking boxing, doing it, and coming online and presenting your receipts. See, I could have sat online. I've been on for 40 minutes. I could have been online just showing what I do when it comes to boxing. But today, you know, I just, you know, streamed a little bit today, man. Did content, man. But this was actually today in the gym, man. And shout out to my nephew, Bam Bam, right? Bam Bam really broke you guys down this week. He is the younger brother of Jihad Tucker, right? He basically told y'all in a nutshell what I've been telling you guys for quite some time. You can't lie no more, you know? You guys be lying. You've been lying for so long, right? But he has told you guys, right? Factory. They can't lie no more. Talk to them. Tell them they can't lie no more.
They can't lie no more.
That's right. Can't lie no more, man. Can't lie no more. And when I say you can't lie no more, I'm talking about Earl Spence. I'm talking about Derrick James. I'm talking I say names. A lot of you niggas defame my character. You slandered my brand and my business. You can't lie no more. You can't lie no more, man. You can't lie no more. Let him know, nephew. That is my nephew, Bam Bam. Bam Bam told you, look, not only did he tell you, Bam Bam has stats out here. Look what he said. Go inside. Go inside. Yeah, go inside. Make sure you go inside. Go inside. Go inside, man. I'm about to turn it off now. Good job. Good job, man. Say peace out to the people. Say the news.
New Bashad news.
That's right, peace.
Last time I investigate your account.
You did. You investigate my account?
Yeah, on YouTube.
All right. You want it right now. So investigate this. You closing it out, man. Go in the building though. All right. Peace out, man. See, maybe if you guys actually do your investigation, right, and you pay attention, you be like, nah, some of these guys are really official in the game, right? And I deem myself to be official in the game, man. You know, and now the growth, they can't lie no more, man. And shout out to my guy right here, Trey Williams, November 15th, pro debut, man. Pro debut for this guy right here. This was a fire interview I did this week with him.
Patience and reputation in boxing's quiet strategy is everything. Insiders know why.
A lot of them don't even invite me to camp or nothing because they know what I do, bro. Like I'm talking about the guys like Xander or like certain guys. I won't say too many names.
Patience and reputation in boxing's quiet strategy is everything. Insiders know why.
And me and him talked about that. I was like, yeah, when you outshine some of these guys, when they do invite you to camp, that'll probably be the last time they invite you to camp. That's why sometimes you can't beat these guys up when you do spar with them, because they get to feel in some type of way. But if you know, you know, right? If you know, you know. Now, this is my character, Cowboy Chronicles, right here. Check me out, y'all. We're about to close out, but it's always good to promote the things that you do, involved in, and show your receipts. These are receipts, man.
The news by Shanewz. Yeah, we are not the same. Yeah, you sit online in a room, lying, telling stories. I'm in the field outside making a change. Run down on me. I will end your glory. Because you know you've been telling stories. Stop with the game. My brand is universal. How is the content looking now? You know, you do have options.
Do I look like Beetlejuice? Not at all, man. But yes, the merchandise is available. These are the zip-up hoodies. They're nice. They're nice zip-up hoodies, man. Good quality.
Yeah, y'all see it. New
Qualities, man.
merch available. Brooklyn Dodgers inspired. Shanewz zip up hoodies. You see it, man. 42, man. Brooklyn Dodgers, man. Brooklyn Dodgers started out in
Shout
New
out
York.
to you, Troy. I was just talking about you.
New Shanewz. Brooklyn Dodgers inspired hoodies, man.
Talking about
Holla at me, man. Source merchandise, man. This is
that's
the
a fly stuff
experience.
Right there, man.
The news by Shanewz. But hey, what do I know?
Man, that's the football jerseys right there. Also have, basketball, and the baseball. The baseballs are fly too, man. We do them all. I think the next one I'm gonna bring out is soccer, a soccer jersey, because I was, I'll be watching my nephew Asho speak. Soccer is
Explore
big.
authentic
Soccer is
style.
big.
Grab your Brooklyn Dodgers inspired hoodie
a little
now.
something since like the guys over here. This is a gem right here, right? Earlier in my live stream I did in the car, I played a lot of insight from the interview I did with him, but this is another one of the gems.
Well, like you seen your uncle Bud Crawford go through this, but look what God has done now. He's the man.
Yes.
Do you think that is what's happening with you? Because like I said, when I bring your name up to people, they know who you are. You know what I'm saying? They don't be like, I don't know him. They know who you are. But do you think that because you don't have a big machine behind you, a promotional company like that?
Recognition thrives beyond big machines. Your impact is undeniable.
Now that is Trey Williams, my interview with him. And we discussed some of these things, right? Because I think as a media marketing agent, I have, been talking about a lot of these things. I say how a lot of times fighters, what I like to call the UGK, underground kings, because mainstream media doesn't cover them or they don't have a machine behind them, you might not know who they are. But like I said, the fighters, the actual fighters who are in the sport that compete, a lot of these guys know one another, especially coming up through the amateurs and also working together, sparring, being in camps. So they know. But like I said, if you don't have the right team, manager, promoter, people behind you, a lot of times, and we watch this with these fans, especially the YouTube boxing community, guys will debate you about fighters that they are programmed to think are really good. And like I said, if you're not in these gyms or don't really know anything, that's why you see guys debating all the time on YouTube. Like I remember a guy, and that's why I love to play my janitor role, right? But meanwhile, I'm a CEO. I'm an undercover boss, right? But I remember before Jihad let it be out that I really was the one behind the scenes facilitating a lot of things to get him signed, right? But I would let guys lie on me, right? Just let them lie. Because a lot of times when a lie, like Uncle Jay says, has got to change, right? So if you are basing who I am off of YouTube views, right, you lost already. Because my vision got me views. I could post pictures with my kids with Bob Arum. I could post pictures with my kids with Shakur Stevenson, with Bud Crawford, just many different people in the game, right? But you were basing who I was off of your views of, or you not viewing what I'm talking about. Now, I highlighted the fact that I was like, when Jihad was 16, and I used to be like, yo, the reason why it was easy for me to pitch him was because I was there. I seen him spar world champions, and I got the guy on tape. I could play it when I seen him at an event, and I was like, Mickey Bay. I remember Jihad sparred Mickey Bay when he was 16 years old. Mickey Bay at the time was the world champion. Cleveland, Ohio guy. Look him up. He was with Mayweather Promotions, and Jihad did his thing with him. And I remember talking to him at this is when he was coaching for Edgar Berlanga. We was all at Madison Square Garden. And I was doing my thing like I do, live streaming on my phone. Because remember, I'm not the guy with the best equipment. So I just be in there, but everybody knows it, right? So I was live streaming on my phone, and I got him on. And I was like, yeah, we was talking. I gave him my card. I was like, yeah, I'm Jihad Tucker's uncle. right? He's like, oh man, Tucker, yeah, he's good, man. He's gonna be a world champion one day, right? And I was like, yo, you mind saying that on camera, right? Because when I talk to him, this is how I do. I'm a professional. If you know, you know. Our conversation was off the record, so I did not have him on camera saying this. But once I asked, I said, yo, are you comfortable saying that on camera to me? Because I deal with a lot of haters. I deal with guys. That's why I started a media company. Because I remember I used to be in the mix and I used to be like, yo, man, the Charlo brothers, they ain't like that. I was there, I seen them. They not like that. And hating niggas, jealous niggas always used to be like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Because they be idol worshipers. And I was like, yo, bro, I know I was there. I seen Danny Jacobs run down on him for Dolo. And be like, yo, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I know I'm saying, what are we doing? I'm touching M's, right? But you tell guys this and they be so groupie, idol worshipped out. They just run with, oh man, you jealous, you man. Jealous, why? No, you're jealous. You don't go nowhere. I was there. I was with the Miracle Man. I was at the Barclays. I was in the back, on the carpet. Now y'all seen the carpet, but remember I used to describe all these things to you where the Brooklyn Nets shoot around at. They got a carpet room. They got a carpet room. But I was actually there. He said, shout out to Trey. Trey said, Jihad, you that guy too, though, Trey. Don't front, Trey. You that guy too, like Jihad. See, Jihad just got his opportunity before you did. You that guy too, though, Trey. These guys know you. You that guy too, man. He was just blessed. But now Jihad is going through some things. And by the way, his fight is off November 22nd. He's no longer fighting. Maybe he will discuss that. I'm not in the liberty to discuss certain things right now. You know me. I just do me. But the fight is off. He was supposed to be fighting at the Paramount, headlining his own card, but it's no longer happening. He's currently in London right now. He's in England. He should be coming back, I think, tomorrow or Tuesday. He was just in China and all that. Jihad is on his world tour. Thank you, WCS. WCS, a great interview. Yo, WCS, you got to bring Trey up over there with you too. You got to get him up over there with you too, man. Good interview. You would have thought that I interviewed him many times before, man. Good chemistry. I can't wait to interview him again, because the more you interview a fighter, the better the chemistry is. And for me, that was my first time interviewing him. And look, I had to interview him in my yard. I was in my yard jumping out of different machines, but it still came out good because, like I said, when you have good chemistry with a fighter and you know how to talk to fighters, I just think the interviews come off better, right? Not knocking nobody. Like I could have been like an Ellie setback. Oh man, Ellie gets a lot of interviews. A lot of these guys, they get a lot of interviews, but to me, the interviews, they have no motion to me, man. They have no motion, man. When you don't know how to talk to a fighter and ask a fighter certain questions and let them talk, a lot of guys, they don't let the fighters talk enough for me, man. I watched the interview the other day, and this motherfucker was doing more talking than the fighter, man. No, let the fighter talk, man. A lot of times the people want to hear the fighter, man, if they're real fight fans. But I get if they're fans of your content, maybe they do want to just hear you chuck and jive, right? So that's what a lot of these content creators do. They chuck and jive, right? They're chuck and jivers, man. But yes, November 15th, Trey Williams is up, man. He's definitely up and running. Now, these are two of my young dogs right here. $1 Million Marley and Amari.
Get me.
They're getting ready for
Get
nationals
me.
in December.
Amari, get me.
All right.
Circle. Right. Big circle. Quick circle. Double up on him. Double up on him.
Right.
Nice. Good shot right there. Finish the stairs. Nice. There you go.
Marley, see, look, now, y'all don't know, right? Look, see, Marley's my nephew too. That's $1 Million Marley. I named him, right? Now, Marley is 16 years old, right? Now, shout out to y'all that be following my channel. The same way I just showed my other nephew, Bam Bam, I worked with Marley, right? So you see how I told Marley finish downstairs and he did it, right? Because this has been planted in Marley. Now, if you wasn't a boxing hater and you actually watch my content, and was a fan of boxing, you would know that, man. I've been working with Marley for years, right? And I told you that Marley, before he became a 4-time national champion, was the goods. But like I said, a lot of times you guys be so caught up in jealousy and hatred. But if you actually paid attention, this video right here is about 5-6 years old, and the usual suspects are in it. Myself, Coach Reed, and Marley. Pay attention. Gems. See, lies have got to change, but the truth remains the same.
Summer move on the dance floor. When they put something smooth on, turn up the bass. The body stop, homie. Another summer move on the dance floor. When they put something smooth on, turn up the bass. It's better when the sound.
Yo, look, it's not new to me, man. Marley's been a killer, man. Marley was like 9 years old right there, man. 9 years. Look, he went from that to this. Still putting in that pain. Look, still putting it in.
Get me, Namani, get me.
Somebody circle. Right. Big circle, quick circle. Double up on it. Double up on it. All right. There you go. On your back,
Nice, good shot right there. Finish downstairs. Nice, there you go. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Downstairs right there.
Now you can go around on the gallop.
Look, Amani has come a long way too. Now, what I was telling Amani, because I was like, yo, Amani, this is your stablemate. You spar with him all the time. Why do you go to nationals and have brain farts? Why do you go to the nationals and lay an A all the time? If you're working with a guy that already has 4 national championships, this is who you spar with. This has got to be your mentality, right? This is the part of the Shanewz boxing mentorship. This is what I'm instilling in him now. I'm like, bro, it's just like me. When a lot of guys didn't know who I was playing ball, but I used to go against some of the top players, right? That played. Shout out to my man Drew Nichols. Drew Nichols won a national championship with Maryland. The Terrapins, look them up. Played overseas, boy. These are guys who I played against. So that used to be my mentality. Like, nigga, I play against the best. Just because you don't know who I am and you overlooking me, I know I'm the best. So that's what I be trying to tell Amani. But now Amani's getting it. He's a 3-time Metro champion. And I think he's going to turn up this December at the Nationals, man. Because you go there, if you're fighting, always fighting to spawn a guy that has 4 national championships already, that just lets you know the quality of a guy you are, man. But hey, what do I know, man? What do I know? I'm closing in on my hour mark, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the Source experience tonight, man. We twisted up. We talked a little bit of boxing, man. Once again, shout out to Cousin Bud, Jones gang all the way. Shout out to the Joneses in Omaha, right? The Joneses is deep out there. Look the Joneses up, man. Respectable family in Omaha, Nebraska. Well, Crawford is an extension of the Joneses. The Crawford and the Joneses are kin. But Crawford is on his Black Samurai, The Last Samurai. Those pictures are fire. Shout out to him. And like I said, man, if the lights getting lush, if you feel some type of way, but you know, I felt some type of way. You told me I was unsuccessful, and all you do is YouTube content. And you told me I was unsuccessful, but yet my nephew is a 4-time national champion. My other nephew was 16, 1-1 on Top Rank, right? I was very instrumental in both of their situations, right? But you told me I was unsuccessful, and all you have is a bunch of views of videos from jealous-ass fans with no motion. Yes, jealous fans. You hear my dog. I'm going to go let my dogs out, man. That is Brownie Brown. Brownie was in the gym. He's letting me know it's time to walk. That's what he's telling me. You hear him barking? He's like, yo, nigga, take me out. You in there running your mouth. I'm coming, Brownie. I'm coming. Yes, but I am kids free right now, so I'm going to enjoy those kids. Those are my kids too. right now. But shout out to Trey Williams once again. November 15th. It's his fight day, pro debut, B&B fighter. Probably the next one, man. You know, the door's wide open for them out there now. Bud Crawford done kicked it in. The bridge has fallen down. The London Bridge has fallen down. He kicked it in for them, man. So all of those guys out of that gym will definitely be, they're gonna be moving, man. Here, my guys, they ready to go outside, man. They talking to me. But this is the Sauce experience. Too bad none of the trolls came through, man. The gay guys, the gay fellas. They always send the gay fellas over here to troll me and tell me I look like Beetlejuice, right? I always tell these guys this, man. You send these guys over here, they're always worried about my looks, right? I don't have that problem from the opposition, man.
This is the news by Shanewz. But hey, what do I know?
Yo, and to the light-skinned lush, Girl Scout cookies. I like Girl Scout cookies. My daughters, they sell them. A couple months, they be selling them. Remember when you said I was unsuccessful? These are the views of an unsuccessful player in the game. Vision drowning your views.
What's going on, Coach? What we looking like? What we looking like, Coach?
Gave the audience 7 rounds of a boxing clinic.
That's right.
8th round, we took them out.
That's right.
Easy breezy.
Big. John, over here. All right.
Bad, right? Yeah, not bad for a guy that doesn't do no views on YouTube, right? Not bad at all, man. Right? Not bad at all for the guy that does no views on YouTube, man. Not bad at all, man. Not only that, look at what no views has got me on YouTube.
Like raw fish. Oh, so one day you'll get your palate used to that raw fish. Gotcha. What's that? What else you got for me?
What's your favorite place to go?
Favorite place to go is the beach. I love the beach, yo. Anywhere if there's a beach nearby, I love to go there, relax, walk along the beach, barefooted, get my feet dirty. Yeah, no doubt. Stick my foot in the water. I don't go in the water though. Nah, there's sharks and stuff in there. Nah, I don't mess with that. All right. That's good.
Can you play basketball?
Man, look at my height. I'm short.
No,
I can't play no basketball.
Yes, you can.
No.
I believe you can.
Over to the wins. You know the vibes. You know what I mean? You know the vibes. Team Tucker Life. Take it around here for y'all. Something light. Out here on the balcony. Overlooking the city. Nah, man. Overlooking the city. Team Tucker. You know the vibes. Joe Dini on deck. You know the vibes. About to go over here to the weigh-in now. Was waiting for my man. Get ready for
tunnel vision can take you all around the world, right? I went from doing no views, man. Look. No views, right? No views at all. But I tell you what, your favorite content creators ain't never shot a fight like this. Yo, from the rafters to the floor, man. Yo, you going up to the floor, man? Yeah, you going up to the rafters or what, man?
Nah, I'm down here all night, Sean.
Oh, okay. It's like,
what about yourself, man?
Yeah, we down here. You see, we down here. Yeah, we down there, man. So look, I went from being Beetlejuice boxing to actually being Shanewz boxing up in the mix with the real players knowing me and shouting out my company and brand.
Yes, this is Source Talk, Showtime Shanewz Midi. Say I got the man himself, Mr. Sugar Hill. First off, champ, thank you for your time. This man needs a little introduction.
Sugar Hill on Sauce Talk.
That's right.
I was playing, man. I told you I was coming back to the city of Cowboy, Tulsa, Oklahoma, seek and destroy. You know the vibes. Yeehaw!
It only takes for you to win once. You could lose 10 years in a row and you hit that right jug. Bam! That shit changed the goddamn game. And guess what? They gonna bow down. So I don't care how rough it's been on you, all you gotta do is hit once. Pull off that one thing in the back of your mind, you pull that off and guess what? They gonna, oh, he a born winner, he did.
Guys, and then again, it's been, but then being loyal, God always bless people who are very loyal.
Yes. Salute, man. Once again, man, this is Jackal Fitness with the champ, Richard Comey. Havoc in the building as always.
We are in the hurt business.
Hey.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tumo-Keloa. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout-out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.
This is your boy Jamel Simplified Herring, and I'm with the best in the world, the best from Long Island, the Sauce Talk Podcast. Hey, we doing big things. Shout out to everybody out there in LI as well. Simplified, salute.
Yes, you know the vibes.